I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxEmerge 5, or MaxEmerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered thunderstorms will be a possibility this morning, and a few of those storms could become severe. We'll reach up to a high this afternoon around 92, northeast winds at 10 to 15. Scattered thunderstorms, again, a possibility overnight with a low down to around 67. Still fairly warm tomorrow, and that continued chance of showers and storms with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yes. I am here. I'm on the phone again. I have no power. A whole block.
That's a lie.
Power.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
I would have been in the red room.
That's a lie.
Or I'm telling you, I'd have been in the studio. I was in darkness this morning.
Well, yeah, my lights kind of flickered around about 6:30 this morning, but y'all got that y'all still got wires running at the top. See, we do underground power in the newer neighborhoods, and that's kind of what happened to y'all, and y'all probably blew a fuse or blew out a little, what they call them boxes, them things being the air transmitters. Yeah.
What you trying to say about where I live at?
Yeah, I'm just saying, Omaha is not really up to date with stuff like that.
Oh, we behind the date?
Nah, not really, but in some areas they are.
Oh, okay. We might be right about that. This house was built in like 1904.
Yeah, so y'all wasn't able to get the underground power, sir.
It'll cost. What do you think we can get Bauer Underground to hook us up here in Omaha?
Well, that's between you and Bauer Underground and in the infrastructure and everything and the excavating, whatever they can do. So,
well, we'll need all three.
You're probably right.
Well, if you're gonna go underground, you got to be excavating.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna be out. You're gonna be without power for about a couple of months, so you might just want to just chill out and stay where you.
Maybe we should. Well, we can't have Big Son call in now that I'm calling, right?
No. But
dang it.
You did give us an excuse here to mention you're on the Allo VIP line, our new Allo VIP line. So.
Oh, I forgot about this. Here's the Allo VIP line. You didn't tell me that yesterday, but I'm on the Allo VIP line. You're listening to the captain because I have no power whatsoever up here in the dungeon. It's dark. My brother was like, "Why don't you just raise up the shades?" I'm like, "Oh, dang, I forgot about that. You can get sunlight."
Yeah, you should have just drove down and had fun with us. So,
well, you can't. How are you going to be able to drive down?
Your car, the power's out in your car.
Tell me.
You gotta use the flashlight on your phone to get to the garage. And then, open up the garage.
Just don't sound right, do it, Bach. Yeah, that's why I love Bach. You know, that's why I'm so glad, Bach. Bach, play your song one more time, Bach. I gotta hear it one more time, Bach. Play it for everybody. So this is for Bach. This is why I love Bach. You know.
I gotta find it though. So.
Yeah, we're gonna play it with you.
Yeah, you're right. That's why you love Bach, Whipple Bach. That's little Whipple Bach.
Yeah. It's not right if I came back and I was fully ready to go.
Hey man, there we go. Welcome back, Bob.
Oh,
welcome back. The T. Farley version. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Your dreams were your ticket.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
To that same old place that you laughed about. There we go. Well, the names have all changed since you heard.
All right, Bob, cut it.
That's a good one, though.
Bob's like my buddy, you know, and I watch a lot of buddy movies. So the one with the teddy bear.
Oh, yeah, Ted.
Yeah. I love that show right there. And,
it brings me to tears every time I watch it. My little,
have you ever seen Ted, VJ?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
part. I didn't like the second Ted. I liked the first Ted.
Yeah.
The one with Mark Wahlberg. I like that one.
Yeah.
So.
They really make a good second movie. Just money grab usually.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, there's a lot.
Wait a minute. You've had some good sequels.
Yeah, there are. It's just it's hard to usually like Rocky 4 was the best Rocky, I think. So sometimes it takes some time. No.
Who was Rocky 4? Is that the Ivan Tedesco?
I think Rocky 2. I think
Rocky 2.
Rocky 2. Is that the one he fought Mr. T or the third one?
No, that was the third one.
I think the third one was the best one.
Yeah.
When he fought a lot of people.
Hogan.
The best one was Apollo Creed when he got the them Apollo Creed. But I think when the Russian beat the smoke out of Apollo Creed, to me, that was the best one because the little guy won. Like, he's always been the little guy winning, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. That's the best one.
You avenging a friend. Yeah, that's Rocky 4. That's why I think that one's the best one.
Yeah, I like that one too. You're right, Bach. I'm in agreement with you on that one.
Your favorite?
But we.
Oh, go ahead. Huh? Go ahead.
There's other sequels that was. Let's just go through some sequels. Let's derail this because I don't want to talk about Caleb Python right now. I can't do it.
Yeah, we should say real quick for those that don't know because they've been waiting.
We got to tell them.
Caleb Python did commit to Illinois instead of Nebraska. So
I don't believe it. Nebraska's gonna circle the wagon and come back again.
You can't win them all. So be happy with what you got and just move forward. And get ready for the season. Now it's halfway crucial point. It's lift, workout, lift, run, lift, get in shape. Because next thing you know, you got probably 30 more days. Probably about 38 days before you get in pads and fall camp start. So, but let's I just this picture keeps floating over the internet, and I made a little fun of it, but you know, I just don't think that guy's that big.
That Gabe Ervin picture.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, he looks like Evander Holyfield's son did in that Georgia outfit instead of without pads on. But you know, it's been on my mind all night.
Is there such a thing as too big?
Yeah, that's too big. And if you look at the legs, it just look like some pencils down there. So
yeah, well, the angle of the photo doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, are we really talking about fictitious stuff?
Somebody altered that photo. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's Photoshop.
Listen, bro, stop that, man. Like man, like I said before, Gabe Ervin is bricked up, and he's bricked up top and bottom. He's just not. He's not on pencils.
Do you believe
he's on some real live work legs? Okay. I mean that picture is super Photoshop. Yeah, let's move on from that. I don't know why you keep bringing up that tomfoolery.
How about
now? Back to go ahead, Bob. Get us going on something different.
Well, I thought you wanted to talk about sequels. So, were there any other sequels that kind of stood out to you as good ones?
No. I know what's not good sequels, and that's Too Fast, Too Furious. Made too many of them. You know that sequel is out of here.
You don't like?
No, I think the Friday series was good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, if you could find a way to get Chris Tucker in one, in like the final Friday or something like that, I think it would be just as good. Now you missing Debo and some other people that then passed on. You know that would have made the movie be great, but I think that was a good one. I think Terminator was a good sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it started to get a little weird later on.
Yeah, there's so many of them that if they get to like 6 or 7 of them, they're not all going to be good.
Yeah, like what's that movie when they see it before it happens? The scary movie. I forgot the name of it.
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Oh, yeah,
they made too many of them.
Yeah.
You know, like the hills on eyes on the hill, whatever.
The hills have eyes.
The hills have eyes. They make too many of those sequels in it. And it, like, okay, the only good sequels I can say are Freddy.
Yeah.
And Jason.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger and Jason.
That's
Absolutely.
it. That's it. They're the only good ones that really caught my attention. The really stupid one, I think, was Jason Takes Manhattan. And that was kind of stupid.
They get pretty bad.
Yeah, that one gets kind of bad, you know.
How about the Jason versus Freddy though?
Yeah, that was stupid too, though. So you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How about
what I'm saying.
How about the Scream franchise? Did you like any of them after the first one?
Yeah, they were stupid.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
The
Especially
first one was
the one with Marlon Wayne and that part. You know, it's just certain things.
They're making fun of it.
Yeah.
The Matrix.
Oh yeah, The Matrix.
Well, somebody said John Wick. Now I like.
Now that's true. Yeah.
John Wick
keeps going.
John Wick is fire. Now John Wick will kick your butt. You ever seen John Wick, VJ?
Yeah. I like John Wick, but I like The Matrix better. I think The Matrix they're all pretty good.
Well,
now this I got one. I gotta hear y'all. What about Avatar?
Oh yeah, that second Avatar is really good. I like that.
I like the first one.
Yeah, the second one pulls at your heartstrings.
The blue guys.
The blue guys. Yeah.
The blue. People.
Although I don't quite get it all still, but yeah, it's kind of confusing.
But the movie was 3 hours long.
It was long.
I fall asleep and watch. I have to watch that 5 times.
I've never made it through it.
The Bad News Bears. It got worse and worse. You know, like
Those remakes.
Yeah,
right?
the remake with what's the coach with? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Well, Alien versus Predator. That's what somebody says.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I got one.
Husker.
You guys, you don't know nothing about this one. Doc. Police Academy.
Oh, I don't. I never saw that. I didn't know
there was.
Yeah, Police Academy. That was good because we was young. You know, because it was funny. We was young. That was a good one.
How about Star Wars?
I'm not a Star Wars person. That's one thing. I don't participate in Star Wars, or I don't like that.
The original Star Wars, the 3 original ones, I think the third one was the best.
It was the stupidest show they ever had on TV for an hour.
That's Star Trek.
Star Trek. Star Trek, Star Wars. I don't like either one of them.
You don't like Battles in Space, one
No,
or the other.
Yeah. I'm not even good at Galaxy. So
You had a messed up childhood if you didn't like the first 2-3 Star Wars.
Now there's a new Star Wars franchise every week coming out on Disney Plus, so it's hard to keep up with.
I like the one with John Candy and that Spaceballs.
Spaceball.
Yeah, I
That
like
was
that
pretty
one.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one was a good one. I loved that one.
Man, yeah. What about I had Predator.
Yeah, the second Predator.
Yeah. Rambo.
Are we in or out? I'm still
Rambo.
first Predator. I like the first.
Yeah, I think the first Predator's better.
Rambo.
Yeah. They get better? Do you keep watching?
I think no. I think after the third one, it falls off.
Yeah.
So the first 2 was great. Now the third one is that last one that remix they just did. Was,
yeah, when he's like 60.
Yeah, he's like And I tell you what, man, I seen the movie, and Clint Eastwood is old as dirt, man. Like I seen him.
Hey, calm down.
I seen him on the movie called The Mule. And
oh yeah,
he looks like Coach Osborne. You know, like he looks that. I mean, he's old, and it's really short. Like I miss the days like with him and his movies when Every Which Way Was Loose. You ever seen that movie with him? When he got the monkey with him, right turn, Clyde, and Clyde stick his
monkey?
he had a orangutan.
Oh, nice.
Riding in the truck with him, and he used to fight this little gang. I
hadn't seen that.
Yeah, you need to see it.
I remember him for his westerns.
You ever seen that one, Rashawn?
Which one?
Every Which Way Was Loose with Clint Eastwood.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
And this one, he was a Fido something was his name. He was a boxer. He was a street boxer. You know, him and this other guy, they used to fight. But this old movie, this is one of the best movies that I ever used to watch when I was little.
All you had to tell me was he's fighting with a orangutan.
No, the orangutan
Yeah.
stays with him. He drives around with him, and it's a motorcycle gang following him, and they pulled up on him one day. They was talking through the window, and the monkey was on the orangutan, because it's not a monkey, it's the orangutan.
Yeah.
But the orangutan's in the passenger side. He said, "Right turn, Clyde," and he punched the motorcycle gang, and they all fell over. So good movies like that.
That was a great movie.
As long as the orangutan doesn't die in the end, because I don't want to watch that. They have that with the dogs sometimes, where you get attached to a dog and he doesn't make it to the end of the movie.
Yeah, Batman.
No.
Batman got a little stupid because they just get too many different people to play it. I like it with what's the guy name? Who's the second? Michael Keaton.
Oh, you like Michael Keaton?
Yeah, he was a good one. And Val
Kilmer?
Yeah, he was a good one.
Yeah.
Them two was good one. Now it's just like the 007 series. It gets crazy.
Yeah, it's tough to make it, originals content at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about Mission Impossible?
I'm not really a Tom Cruise fan.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But it's a good. But I've tried to get into it, but I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Did you guys like the Harry Potters at all? Kids growing up at least.
I watched a little bit.
Yeah.
I still like the one with the girl Candace, and what movie was that when she was? I forgot. The Killer Mockingbird. No, was it? Oh no, they had like a couple of sequels to it. When her name was Candace, it was out the book I read. I'm trying to think of it right quick. Ooh, I gotta think. Go ahead though, y'all. Just keep.
You guys
going.
like the? I didn't even watch. An admission here. I didn't watch The Godfather because I tried to watch it one time and the wedding scene was like taking 15 minutes and I just left. But The Godfather 2 scores highly. Did you guys watch The Godfather 2?
Yeah, yeah. Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Oh yeah, that is a good one.
I love that show.
That is a good show.
I read the book. I read the book. I read all the stuff. I read all the books too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to like the Hunger Games. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. Candace. Good one.
Toy Story.
Toy Story?
Yeah.
I think the original one was better.
That's like watching.
I agree.
That's like watching Cars. Like that Car Part 2. That Cars.
Yeah.
That wasn't good. And even Open Season was the second one was trash. if you ever seen Open Season with
Yeah.
Adam Kushner and who was that played the one of them? Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was a big fan
like
of
the
Open.
deers
Yeah, the deer and the bear. You know what I'm saying? So this part 2 will really suck. But the first Open Season and that one and the other movie when they with the farm animals, what that's called? When they be singing in the barn and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Barnyard.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I love that show. Like when my kids used to watch movies like that, I used to watch them too.
Oh yeah.
You get hooked onto the movies. Like, oh, this movie is actually great.
Yeah, there's a good story going on.
Who made this?
What about? I got 2 I want to throw at you. Number 1, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I think those got better as they went on. I mean, because
Terminator.
Yeah, I think they hit. I think, like you said, the first 2. Maybe.
What was the one when they used to turn to wolves and stuff? People used to turn to wolves.
Oh yeah, and versus the vampires.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think.
Twilight.
Twilight. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like Twilight?
Well, that other one, it used to be a game. With the dead zombies, and they used to have what was her name? She played in all of them.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What was that one?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. Yeah. They got kind of crazy too.
Yeah, the zombies. Once the zombies start turning into super zombies, I'm out of it.
Yeah, see, this is what happens. This is what happens when we get some crazy news like Caleb Blythe's going to Illinois. I ain't buying it. He's going to Nebraska. I'm in a bad dream. I'm dreaming, right? I don't got no power. I'm sleep.
Got to get a generator.
I've got a generator. I don't want to fire my generator up.
Yeah, don't do that. That's dangerous.
I don't want to fire the generator. I got a small one, but I don't even want to do that.
You should have went out there in the camper. You got a camper out there, man. You should have just ran your little generator on the camper and go out there and relax.
Whatever. I'm not going on no camper.
Oh, you say anything.
He can live stream from the camper.
Yeah, he just don't like us, Bob.
Yeah. Well, at least
that's not true.
If this was Bach first day back to work, you should have been here to see Bach. You know, we all should go live on Bach's first day at work. Second day back.
First day back to work was yesterday.
Yeah, man, this is second day back. So you should have been here today. So we'll just make it the third day back. That Rashawn will
I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
it's third day back to work. Good job, Captain. The ticket.
I'll be.
93.
Hey, listen, we got a special guest tomorrow too.
Who?
And after I tell you the special guest, you know what? I'll tell you after the break. The special guest. Just to put it like this, he's a big fella.
He's a big fella. Well, we already know Fyfin's going to Illinois, so.
He's a 2-time national champion.
Oh, 2-time national champion. Ooh.
Narrow it down a bit.
Ooh, where he played for University of Georgia?
No, I take that back. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. He's a 1-time.
Ooh, so he played with me. Oh, he could have played the year after that.
Played 97 champion.
Yeah. All right. This is the team.
No, he didn't play with you, Terrell. He played in 94.
Okay. Oh, the other way.
The 90 way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're a cop between a few championships, Terrell.
Yeah.
Throw it to break.
Got a lot. All right. We finally going to take it to break. 93.7 the ticket. We are powered by
Bauer.
Take us out, Bob.
All right. We'll be back here on The Captain just after this break.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, the nation's largest John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model John Deere combines. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxiMerge 5, or MaxiMerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com. where they're committed to you every step of the way. Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old School with DP and J.
I could think of Nebraska beating Oklahoma in a day where it was 1 versus 2, and that level is pretty high. But then in retrospect, historically, what it reminded me of, the depth, the quality, the humanity that was on that team that just destroyed Florida.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket. How am I doing this and I'm on the phone? Are you guys kidding me right now?
It's the captain show.
You don't want to bring it back?
We wait on the captain.
Oh, stop it. From the phone?
Yeah.
93.7 The Ticket. It's the captain show. I'm with
the black shirt.
And
Bach.
Whoa, we are doing it live, in action, no power, still bringing you the news. And I know we kind of was off the rail, but I'm gonna throw a line out there and say, you guys tell me what we're talking about next.
Well, first, I think we should pay off your tease because I think it was a good one. Who's joining the show tomorrow?
Dang, I tried to throw you off. You got to take a guess.
From the 94 championship
Big guy.
team. Big guy.
Defensive line or offensive line?
I'm not telling you.
Probably one of the pipeline guys. Let's say Rob.
That's like one of five.
Rob Zadisker.
Come on, Terrell, you can do better than that.
Aaron Graham. No, he
Nope.
played on 95. I don't know.
Boss.
Yeah, I'm looking it up so I can figure out who was a senior that year.
Terry Keneally.
What? You don't know, Terrell. No again. That's strike 2. I'm gonna give you 10 strikes, and you probably still strike out.
I'm gonna
There's 2.
I'm gonna go look at the biggest guys on the team.
Who else?
The opposite of that.
Wow. That's wow. That is something. You guys are fun. You guys are fun. You don't even know
I
the pipeline.
I wasn't here.
How do you guys not know who the pipeline is? Buck, how do you
If
not
it was
know
a
the pipeline?
senior, then okay, I've got to narrow it down here. Zach Wiegert.
I didn't say that was I'm saying you guys didn't know who he was. I said it was a big guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of big
He
guys.
was a one-time champion, and I didn't say if he was on offense or defensive side of the ball, but you guys don't know who the pipeline is. But go ahead. Matter of fact, before you say that, do the text line know who the pipeline guys are?
We could ask and see.
Please, can you do it for me?
It didn't exist. It was the 90s. The 90s didn't exist.
I don't want to hear that.
So we went from 80 to 2000 to 2000. 89 to 2000.
Who? Okay, get another guess. No, Zach Wiegers. That's wrong.
Terry Keneally.
Wrong.
Ed Stewart.
Wrong.
Joel Wilkes.
Big guy, Terrell. Big guy, Terrell. Wrong.
Brennan Stye.
Boom!
There
The
it
big
is.
fella beast side will
That'll
be
be a
in the
good one.
building tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Nice.
Talking about those guys are doing a pipeline event, and I'll be doing on July 22nd, and so we'll be talking a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about what is the pipeline, what is the pipeline, why did they come up with the pipeline, and then we'll get a couple of stories. We'll talk a little bit about Warren Sapp. We'll talk. Now. I don't know about y'all, but Brandon Stye is the strongest individual I know personally that played football. The things that he could do, I want to know. I don't know if I know he bench pressed 500 pounds. So how many guys bench press 500?
Whew.
Mark Henry, Tony Atlas. That's probably it. I got a question for you, Captain.
What?
Okay, they say, okay, here we go. The 95 pipeline didn't allow sack, right? Mm-hmm. Correct? But if y'all would have played the 95 defense, let's say 12 games, you think y'all would have gave up a sack? I believe I would have probably.
Well, that's going against the national championship defense.
Hey, listen. I'll say we'll give up a sack 12 out of 12 games, at least one.
Wow.
I mean, one sack ain't bad.
No.
A game.
You remember those?
If you're gonna get one sack one time a game, you're doing something right.
You guys remember those practices where there are sacks allowed in practice at times?
Not really.
Not really.
No, you couldn't blow up a quarterback. And when we went goal line, most of the time we wasn't throwing the ball on the damn goal line. No way. Yeah. We were gonna put the ball in and pound it in. We're gonna get in a power set with 3 backs back there, and we're gonna say, "Stop us if you can." No. Because you got Brandon Stye, when you got Zach Wiegert, we know who Zach Wiegert is, right?
Yeah.
When you have Joe Wilkes, when you have Aaron Graham, when you have the doctor, when you have those guys, and Rob probably was right there at 500 too. And you got them hogs up front, and these mean guys. Those guys were mean guys on the football field.
Yeah.
We forget that who went against the black shirts every day in practice? Who was it? Was it so if the best defense in the country is going against this offense every day, who do you think sharpened y'all up, Black Shirt? It wasn't the scout team.
Well, that's something. That's something you just can't replicate. Well, I said that's just something you just can't replicate. I mean, you talk about those practice days, and you talk about, sometimes deep in that lineup, even on those teams, you still had, backups that were going to be great pipeline guys in the future, like Aaron Taylor. So, I mean, you just can't replicate that sort of rep. I mean, like you said, like playing, even playing against Iowa State or Kansas State and all that, you're not playing against the best, and the best is right in practice, and that's kind of what the Georgias, the Alabamas deal with now too. Is those top programs, Ohio State, maybe they're. I would have to assume if they went pretty full go, the Ohio State practice is going to be about as tough as they're going to see on the Big Ten schedule. Outside of Michigan, who's beat them twice now.
Yeah, but you got to grow that up though. You got to grow that. We grew that. Guys didn't go to Nebraska thinking that they were going to go into that. Guys went to Nebraska thinking to themselves, I got to get bigger, stronger, because all these big dudes around me, there's no way I'm playing. These guys that are faster than me, I got to catch up with them. Because if you get into a college program, you're supposed to get bigger, faster, stronger every year you're there. Supposed to. Smarter.
Bless you, me. I can't gain any weight, so I tried.
He's been 205 for 30 years.
I hopped on the scale today at the doctor's office. I mean, this morning when I was cleaning. Oh, 205. 205. Thank you. There you go.
I told you. How did I know?
Now, we do talk about that 95 offensive line, not giving up a sack. Obviously, the greatest team of all time, at least right up there with it, if you're not going to give them that. How about, what would you compare that as far as offensive lines, Vershawn? You worked with both of them. The 94 offensive line or the 95 offensive line? Because there was a bit different personnel there, as we mentioned, with Brandon Stye, Zach Wiegert, Rob Zadiska. I mean, some of the starters were gone by 95.
Yeah, but give me the 95 starting line. Chris Dishman, I bet. Who was it? Steve Olin. Who was the starters? Aaron Graham, Aaron Taylor, and Eric Anderson?
Yeah, I believe so.
What about Adam True? Steve Ott, one of them.
Yeah, well, Steve Ott might have been a starter, but I'm saying I don't know if Adam 95. It probably was Adam True. Just look it up, Box. Okay. Let's just be sure.
I think Adam True went to the Raiders after 95, so I mean 96. But I don't know.
Adam True had one of the best careers ever. And you talk about NFL careers from a guy who, I don't know, Adam True didn't have the star-studded Zach Wiegert career, but Adam True made a heck of a living playing for the Oakland Raiders. A heck of a living. Who you got, Whipple?
I'm still looking at it. Usually Wikipedia gives that to me, but they didn't
oh my gosh.
Talk to the AI. The AI.
95 offensive line starters. I could have been found it right now, but I don't have any power.
I just told you. Aaron Taylor, Aaron Graham, Chris Dishman.
Yep.
Adam True.
Yep.
And thinking Steve Ott, the big guy. I don't know.
Eric Anderson, maybe?
Eric Anderson.
Yeah, I was thinking Eric Anderson.
Herman Monster.
You got to be kidding me, Bach. You don't have it yet.
No, I don't have it yet.
What is going on with you guys? Okay? Yeah, you just raved about old Bacher, and you talking about welcome back.
Hey, don't start that. Okay. Steve Ott. Aaron Taylor, Eric Anderson, and Chris Dishman.
Yeah. And so you asking me who is the better offensive line? That's tough. But I'm gonna go on a limb. You gotta go with the pipeline, bro. You gotta go with the 94. That 94 offensive line, man.
Yeah, that's very star-studded.
I don't know who I would. Okay, so let's just say if we mixed and matched those guys at the height of their career, is Aaron Taylor starting over Aaron Graham at center? Nope. Is Aaron Taylor, and Aaron Taylor's an Outland Trophy one.
Yeah.
But is Aaron Taylor starting over Brandon Sty at guard?
No.
You could argue. Man, Joe Wilkes was one of the toughest dudes I know. But do you think that Aaron Graham could have started, or not Aaron Graham, but Aaron Taylor will start over Joe Wilkes? That's a great question. I don't know about that one. I don't think so.
Do you remember, was there any, like, obviously coming off the national championship, was that like one of the questions going into the 95 season? If there were any about, like, where, obviously at that time you're thinking you can't lose a game. Was there any concern about the offensive line going into 95?
How would it be concerned when you got to think most of the games, like Terrell always tells you, he was sitting down in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Most of the games on offense, they were sitting down in the second quarter.
Well,
and then they had to come out at halftime and put a drive together if the score, because most of the times after the first quarter, the score is like 35-0.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a different
these
thought
guys
than
were
now.
getting reps.
I would say it's a different thought than now, like comparing it to now. Like the concern wouldn't be that you might, game to game basis. It's kind of, this 1 or 2 games you circle on your calendar.
That's why I don't like to base stats against stats with players, because, like I said, you can't compare me and Barrett Rudd together because he broke the record for leading tacklers. But for tackles, you know why? Because he played every game. You know what I'm saying, Bach? Like me and Levante David can't be compared because, the teams are different.
Yeah.
Not saying that he had 2 years, I had 2 years. But if you see it, I'm only gonna get 4 tackles in one game because I'm coming out before the end of the third quarter.
Right.
Most, like 7 out of 10 games, I'm out before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
And that's hard to get, that's hard for any player. It was hard for me and Jay Foreman and Jamel because, some people like stats.
Yeah. You want to play, yeah.
You want to play with it. Oh, man, I'm out this series, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead. Hey, can I get a hot dog, please?
We was unselfish in that. I think the entire team, because we had so many players that was, if you had your ones, you know what I'm saying? You got to think that the entire offensive line changed except for who in 95? Who was the one offensive lineman that was still there?
Aaron Taylor.
Gosh,
Aaron Graham.
You guys,
Aaron Graham.
Thank you. Aaron Graham. So your centerpiece of one of the most prolific offensive lines was still there in 95. And you had guys who have been getting playing time in 95. Not like they were sitting over twiddling their thumbs. Back then, Coach Osborne was playing 2, sometimes 3 deep. And if you got confidence in your second team guy, like you got confidence in your first team guy, because look at on the defensive side of the ball. Terrell Farley, how many games did you play the entire quarter and not come out of the game just to put a different linebacker in the game? Twilliger or somebody? Did you play the whole first quarter and never came out the first quarter?
No.
Exactly.
You still give the other guys some reps. So they might take a series and you might take a series off.
Now, see what I'm saying? So that meant that we had depth. That meant that we had multiple guys that could get the job done, that Coach Osborne had faith in and McBride had faith in, that it wasn't going to be a major drop-off. Terrell Farley was great, but I don't think Twilliger wasn't no slouch. John Hess was not a slouch. These are ballers. They just happened to have people in front of them that was better. And they was willing to sit there and play and be a team player. When you got unselfish teammates, it makes it easy to win. Bro, I never heard you complain about getting took out of the game, did you?
Hmm?
Did you complain during the games when it was actually happening and they took you out? Did you complain about it?
Oh, probably in my head. Oh man, they could have gave me one more series, man. Golly, I was looking for that 10th tackle. I need 3 tackles. I need to get 3 tackles to 10.
Listen, you did it where it was safe to say it.
Yeah.
In your head.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take it to break. The Ticket 93.7.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxiMerge 5, or MaxiMerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner for just $5 and get your first drink on the house. Come on Sundays for open house league all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
Beat the heat and make 4th of July truly monumental at Generation V.
Generation V.
This weekend only, Generation V has incredible deals that'll blow you away. Stock up on select disposables as low as $10 and enjoy 25% off all pet products.
Generation V.
July 1st through 4th, experience monumental savings up to 33% off mods, e-liquid, Delta 8, and more. Generation V with 16 Nebraska locations and a new location at 27th and Superior. GenerationV.com. Vapes contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes and brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered thunderstorms will be a possibility this morning, and a few of those storms could become severe. We'll reach up to a high this afternoon around 92, northeast winds at 10 to 15. Scattered thunderstorms, again, a possibility overnight with a low down for around 67. Still fairly warm tomorrow, and that continued chance of showers and storms with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. 93.7 The Ticket. It's the captain from the, not the red room, but the black room, because I got no power. Our whole block out.
Are you just sitting in a dark room?
Yeah.
You're like a vampire. Just open the curtains up, man.
No.
Go out.
This is great.
Go outside.
This is great.
Yeah.
It's a great day outside so far.
You're like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers sat in the dark for a few days and then decided he wanted to play for the Jets.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was doing something in the dark for 4 days. He wasn't just in there, just sitting there thinking.
No.
He was doing something in there. That doesn't sound
What was he doing?
I don't know. He was doing
Found some
something.
mushrooms
Well,
or
yeah,
something.
he's a psychedelic guy, so he was probably in there doing mushrooms and stuff because he talks about mushrooms a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Are you kidding me right now?
huh?
Are you being for real?
No, yeah, this is for real. Yeah,
I'm being for
That's
real.
what Aaron Rodgers was up to this last offseason.
He's one of those guys who likes that kind of stuff. I mean, I heard him talk about it on a podcast. Matter of fact, he did a podcast with a guy about it probably about a month ago.
You know, Jake Plummer now, the former. Yeah, I mean, you guys were familiar with Jake Plummer. He's like really in front of that. He's trying to get everybody to do mushroom. I should say it. I mean, he's got a better way of saying it, but the medical benefits of mushrooms. Or
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it's the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, you go on Mike Tyson's show, you might. It's funny because I listen to his podcast when I work. So, and he offers people drinks and mushrooms, and he offered Kevin Hart one, and he was like, "Oh no, Michael, oh no." So some people take it, and some people don't. So
yeah,
some say they fake it.
I don't think. I mean, if I'm sitting there with Mike Tyson, I think I have to be alert. I have to be at my best, just in case something starts going on.
I don't know because Mike Tyson got a switch. You don't know which Mike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't know which Mike you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You get that happy go Michael, then you say, "I'm gonna knock your head off."
Yeah.
So
that Hangover, you see, he does that in the Hangover movies, and I feel like that's really Mike Tyson though. Like, we're not saying the wrong thing.
Well, let me throw this name out at you. You guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Massey.
Who?
Caden Massey.
Caden Massey.
That name strike a bell?
Yeah, he's a big man looking to make his commitment decision tonight as well.
He's from Texas.
He's the best player from where?
Kansas.
Okay, we got the best player from the state that starts with an L.
Montana the other day, yeah.
Okay. So I don't care how many stars they are. They're the best guy of all the athletes in the whole entire state.
That's what they're listed as.
Now I'm looking at him, dude. How big is this dude?
This is a big guy, 6'8", 280. So, room to grow width-wise or, get stronger, but 6'8" frame.
Listen, he's 6'8", 280 and can move. Now, I would think that, if he's got K-State, Ole Miss, and Oklahoma, and of course us as the top four. I don't know how we lose to those guys.
Well, they've all had better seasons the last couple of years in Nebraska.
Yeah, Bo, you said the wrong word, then you Captain. You don't see how we lose to those guys? Well, I can see.
Yeah, I don't see how we lose to Oklahoma, K-State, and Ole Miss.
We just lost to Illinois.
No, yeah, I don't know if you lost to Illinois.
Well,
I ain't counting that. I ain't counting that.
You're gonna count that. You're gonna count that because he's in the top 5. So you're not gonna run from this right here, Captain.
I bet he don't end up in Illinois.
We're not gonna let you run from this because now I see where you're going. Okay. Now let's talk about this young man right here. We haven't even talked about him, Bob.
Who's that?
The kid who committed to Illinois.
Oh, Caleb Pfeiffer.
Yeah. How big was he?
6'5", 300. He's from Omaha Central, top-rated offensive lineman in the state.
Yeah. So we're not gonna run from it, Captain.
What are we running from?
We're just running from just talking about it. We talk about everybody else that when they do something or go somewhere. Now we got to discuss this young man. Is it a what he's the number 1 offensive lineman, so he's probably like the number 4 or 5 player in the state.
Yeah, according to 24/7, he's the 5th.
Okay, so out of that we got 1, 2, 3, didn't we? 4.
4, yep.
We got 4. We didn't get 5. So who is 6?
6 is Caleb Benning. He hasn't decided yet. 7 is Teddy Rizak, the linebacker that committed to Notre Dame. 8 is Ashton Murphy, the offensive tackle likely that is coming here. Yeah. Yeah. They got Donovan Jones, who's outside of the top 10. They have him listed at 11. But even the 10th guy, Eric Ingerson from Papillions, going to Pitt. So they've got Power 5 offers, and probably Power 5 players here in Nebraska, at least 11 deep.
I mean, you can say whatever you want to. I'm gonna go on a limb right now. I'm gonna go on a limb. As bummed as I am that Caleb is going to Illinois, I'm always support his career. But that dude is the best dude in the state. And here's the deal: if what happens if he turns into an All-American and you got to face him? Illinois in the Big Ten North.
The Big Ten West, yeah.
Whatever it is.
They will be dropping divisions, but you'll be playing everybody every other year at least. So they'd still meet up with them a few times.
Well, you're going to face him. You're going to have to face him.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're going to have to face him, whatever that looks like. If he makes it, you're going to have to face him. So, you have to look at it, I think, in a couple different perspectives. I just don't think. I think when you see the kid play this year, because he's a different. A lot of the accolades that he has gotten is off of what he did last year on the worst team in Nebraska. Central was the worst team. South was better than Central last year. That won't be the case this year. I promise you that. Central will be. I can almost go on another limb and say Central will be in the conversation, at least in the top 10, maybe the bottom half. But after the first half of the season, they will be in that conversation. And we will be talking about Caleb Pfeiffer because now, do you think that Alabama, if Caleb Pfeiffer is, let's say he's 10% better, 20% better than he was last year, you don't think Alabama going to come in and want it? You think they're going to care about Illinois?
Well, we'll see. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about Alabama, but better offers.
Now, depending on the kid, depending on Caleb, he can say, I'm committed to Illinois. I don't care if the president came and asked me to change my mind. But I'm telling you, he is going, and he goes up against, I think, 3 or 4 guys that we recruited. So that ought to be an interesting game when they play North. It should be interesting.
You know what I would like to see though? I would like to see like when these kids commit early that they can sign a national letter of intent early. You know,
Really?
just to solidify it. So can't anybody come in and tamper with them? You know, I would love to see some kind of commitment phase in college football for that.
Yeah.
You know, that's just something I would like to see happen early.
They moved early signing day up. I mean, they now have 2 signing days, but
Yeah.
it's still not until their senior season's over.
Yeah.
In
So
December.
that's just something I would like to see. Say if a kid wanted to sign his junior year, okay, it might help. You can. I'm just saying with all the tampering and stuff, because I read something about Trent Difford saying that if you come talk to his players, he was calling you out.
Oh, okay.
So, and that was at North Alabama. So,
Really?
yeah. So,
Expound on that a little bit. What happened?
well, let me bring it back up.
Come on, Whipple.
Well, it's just so he was just saying that he said Trent Difford is daring coaches to approach his players at UBA, saying that, you know, if you come talk to my players and try to get them transfer, I'm calling the coaches out. So that's what he was saying. He don't care who.
Ooh.
Going after you
He
publicly.
said, I dare you, Power 5 schools. I got a pretty
Really?
big platform that I could step on. And if I find you in my kids' DM, and if I find you talking to high school coaches about my kids, if you're in my roster, I'm gonna call you out.
It's a new sheriff in town.
So
Wow. Go at the break, Fox. Go at the break.
All right, you're listening to the captain here with the 3-time national champ Rashawn Jackson, the All-American and national champ himself, Terrell Farley, and myself, Bach. We'll be back after this.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Ticket 93.7 on the black shirt, Terrell Farley, and I'm with Buck, and I'm with
the captain.
Yeah. So we're gonna play that little snippet of Trent Dilford. You got it, Bob?
Oh, you got his. I didn't know you had it.
That's it, dude.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Whippo.
I was out talking in the hallway there. We can play
Next
this.
segment.
Yeah,
Come on,
next
Whippo.
segment. Trent has been interesting though. We'll play that. He also has said that the American Conference, which this isn't a crazy statement, but he says the American Conference has the easiest path to making a 12-team playoff. Of course, UAB just joining the American Conference. He says that it's an automatic berth. You don't have to beat Alabama to get there or Georgia. Remember, with the new 12-team playoff, the top 6 conference champions get in. So it's not a guarantee that the American would have a top 6 conference champion, but it's pretty darn likely.
So
man,
so the top
difference is stay out my DMs or my kids, man. He went off.
Yeah.
So when you say the top 6, so it's not just the top 12 teams.
No, it's going to be the top 6 conference champions and then the top 6 teams ranked from there.
So we'll get the Pac-12, Big 12, Big 10,
yep,
ACC, SEC,
yep,
and
then whatever is like the best conference from there, which is generally is the American, but you could have a year Sun Belt champ goes undefeated or something.
Yeah, what is Cincinnati in?
They're moving to the Big 12. They were in the American.
Oh, okay. They moving into basketball too?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be kind of
Yeah. Big 12 is going to be interesting this year in particular because it's going to be it's the 1 year that Texas and Oklahoma are staying because they're going to move into the SEC next year, but BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF are in the Big 12. So the Big 12's big this year.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Oklahoma and Texas to realize that them going to the SEC is a mistake because I don't think they can hold up against them boys in that league over there, especially Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, they've been struggling a little bit, especially, I mean, Texas more than Oklahoma, but Oklahoma's now, coming off their worst year in several years, been struggling in the Big 12. The SEC is not going to be a whole lot kinder to them. And again,
middle of a pack team, probably in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, but they've got the potential to rise up. I mean, you kind of think of the ceiling. Of
I see
Texas
more than Oklahoma, though.
You do?
Yeah, I see that Steve Sarkisian has a lot going on for himself, better than the Oklahoma coach do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking because, kids really like Sark and they really like, because he's getting great players over there. And the Oklahoma's, just seeing them get blasted last year a couple of times, it's not the same Oklahoma it used to be. Ever since probably Lincoln Riley left there,
yeah,
Oklahoma has been really probably since Bob Stoops left there, they really been down.
Well, Lincoln Riley got them to the playoffs several times and won some Heisman trophies there. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but they do, it was Brent Venables was a struggle in year one. Obviously, they beat Nebraska down and from there did not have a good season. All that to be said, by the end of the season, they were in a bowl game with Florida State, who Florida State's getting, top 10, that's the team to beat, the big team in the ACC this year. They only lost by 3 points to Florida State in the bowl game. So, maybe they're not as far off as maybe you would think, but certainly you want to be, they're not where you'd want to be heading into the SEC. And for what it's worth, again, Brett McMurphy pointed out this tweet, teams that joined conferences in the past 12 years, you guys might find this interesting, the number of winning records they've had in league play in their new conference. Utah has had a winning record 8 and 12 years. That's the best. Pitt has had a winning record in the ACC 5 out of 10 years. TCU 5 out of 11, though they did go to the national championship, so that redeems them a bit. All these other teams, not a lot of success. Louisville in the ACC, only 4 winning records in 9 years. West Virginia 4 and 11. Nebraska, as we know, 5 and 12. Texas A&M, since they joined the SEC, you could think of that as a big comparable brand. 3 out of 11 seasons with a winning record. Missouri, only 2 out of 11 seasons. Syracuse, 1 and 10. Colorado, 1 and 12. And Maryland and Rutgers, both since joining the Big Ten, have not had a winning record. 0 for 9. So, I mean, these switches to the conferences have not been kind over the last decade plus.
Yeah. So why is Florida State so high up on everybody's list this year? They're probably, a lot of people have them contenders for the national championship game. Some people have them beating Georgia to upset them and a lot of things. But from what I see for Florida State, they're not as dangerous as people think. I mean, I know they lost probably 3 or 4 guys to Deion, but I don't see Florida State as that high on my list this year.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's to do with their quarterback. Jordan Travis is going to be at least what people say as a Heisman contender. They've got an interesting game with LSU out of the gate. So, part of that sometimes, is kind of building up for that first big game. I don't know if I completely believe in Mike Norvell after one good season there at Florida State, but they had a good year last year. So that's, pretty good season. And that's why people think of them that way. They finished 10-3. Number 11 in the nation last season. So it's not a big jump to say, okay, well, they're top 10 this year. They were just about that last season.
See, I'm going to make this announcement now before anybody think this. In 2 to 3 years, Deion Sanders will be head coach at Florida State.
Yeah, is Deion Sanders going to be able to walk?
Yeah. I mean, he just had blood clots in his feet. I mean, they got him. It was he had 2 blood clots. They took it out. But like I said, if this doesn't work for Norvell. That's his name.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, I guarantee you, Bob, this is the path. I see this coming. I see this coming because that's his school, you know. And if he go to Florida State, he's gonna get the best out of Florida.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I understand that he hasn't necessarily proven himself at this level, but I thought that there'd be that's why a lot of people I just kind of had him, circling Auburn or a Southern school because you think that would just be more of a natural fit for him. And I do think, I mean, if he can even get Colorado to 500. And maybe Mike Norvell flames out, or who knows what happens there. Florida State, obviously, alumni of there played there. I think eventually you feel like that's a marriage that we're waiting to see. But I mean, you've got to have two things be flipped on their head now because Mike Norvell does have it going at Florida State. So he's got to lose. Deion's got to win. And so, sometimes it's just about timing. And that was what was unfortunate, somewhat unfortunate that we look back on it, but it felt like, the Scott Frost thing kind of taking over. It was just like timing worked out perfectly. He's doing so well that he's the coach of the year. And you're obviously flailing and needing a new coach. Sometimes it's just about timing and you get frustrated if the timing doesn't line up. Obviously didn't work out, but that's another thing to look forward to with this Florida State situation.
Yeah, and I seen something else that really kind of caught my eye too. It was the coaches ranking index. Did you see that?
Well, hold up. Wait before you go there.
Oh,
You
okay.
gonna let me get a take on that, or you
I
forget I'm on the phone?
Yeah, I forgot you was
Allo
here.
VIP line.
Yeah, Allo VIP
I'm
line.
my bad. I'm on the Allo VIP line. Don't forget about me on the Allo VIP line.
I think you're laying down talking to us, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Yeah. You say you in the
What,
dark.
I mean, what does that got to do with anything? I'm on the phone. I'm talking. What position I'm in doesn't matter.
Are you still in the bed?
I'm saying I want to take on this whole Colorado Deion to Florida State. Here's what I'll say: if he goes to Florida State within 5 years, that'll be I don't and not it'd be mediocre at Colorado. I don't know if that's I don't see how that works.
You don't see how what works.
How him just going like for Colorado, that's horrible. You're trying to build something.
Deion's not stable like that. I mean, we see that coaches are not loyal to anything in college football. I mean, only the good coaches are loyal. The ones like Kirby Smart and the Nick Sabans and the Ryan Days and Jim Harbaugh. The rest of the coaches, they jump ship. They go for better offers. It's like Lane Kiffman. He goes from place to place, place to place, place to place. So
he keeps getting hired.
Yeah.
Somebody keeps hiring him at these institutions.
Yeah, because they looking for that. They looking for that big name coach that brings the recruits and like I said I believe that probably in the next 2 or 3 years Deion would go to to Florida State.
I mean, the only reason why I even like what you're saying is because his sons will be out of there. I think both of his sons will be gone by then.
Yeah.
In the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So it would kind of make sense that could definitely happen. You know what I mean? That he could be successful at Colorado, be like, okay, deuces, I'll help y'all build your program. You're in a better situation because of me. Now I'm going to where my dream job is and where I want to retire.
Yeah.
That is a bit of a problem with the whole setup and is that it does feel like a stepping stone job until he can get an SEC job.
It's like Mel Tucker. It's like Mel Tucker.
Yep, it was Mel Tucker stepstone with him.
Stayed how many years? 1 year in Colorado?
So, yeah, maybe 2.
1 year and left.
Well, but that's it though. For the institution, you better cover your butt.
And now look at now.
If you get a guy, you can't turn around and get a guy to help your program, and then when he leaves, especially if he leaves within 3 years, what does that do to your program? Well, look at Colorado last year.
Puts you right back in the same position you was before that.
The drop off is too big.
Yeah, Mel Tucker there 1 year.
Yeah.
1 year voted, got $72 million. And now look at Michigan State.
He beat us.
He did beat us.
Everybody beat us. Georgia Southern beat us. Dakota almost beat us. Almost beat us.
Everybody beat us. Sir.
Northwestern beat us. Let a 1-11 team beat us.
Yeah.
So you better not.
They
was
not 1-11 when they beat.
Yeah. So you don't want Dakota's Crawford to come in here and go off. So that's one thing. Louisiana Tech comes in here, and if that happens, oh my God.
You got to think that those guys got to be licking their chops to get a hold of Dakota's Crawford.
Well, I don't know, man. The way football is set up now, with the transfer portal and TCU last year, it could be anybody. It could be anybody. We don't know who's going to be good next year. It always that one Cinderella team every year. Year before that, Cincinnati. Last year, TCU. Who was before that? Well, we had Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State and Michigan the year before that. So, last 2 years have been a Cinderella team.
That Cinderella story in college football, it might be one, but they never win it.
Yeah.
When was the last time a Cinderella story won the championship?
Been a long time.
I mean, you almost got to really jog your mind to find out when was the last Cinderella story won the championship. Come on, Bob.
When was the last time a team besides Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee? No, I'm not going to put Tennessee without the top 5 teams, I would say these teams are likely to win a national championship. Georgia, Alabama, like back in the days, USC, Nebraska, Florida.
Yeah. It's weird because
whoa. You said who back in the day?
Florida. I'm just saying not back in the day, but with the recent champions. Besides Georgia, Alabama, and Clemson, who's won it besides that?
Someone that says off the text line, maybe Clemson. Somebody else says what I was thinking, Brigham Young in 1984. Maybe you go all the way back to BYU. You do have to remember, I don't think Clemson, now we think of Clemson as that power, but there was such a thing for a long time called Clemsoning, which was basically, getting into your big game and then losing by a bunch. And so, when what Dabo Swinney has done there, I think you have to give him credit for. I don't know if you'd go as far as Cinderella. But I think you're right, Rashawn. I don't think there's not often examples of a Cinderella team like making a dance, maybe, but winning the dance, not in college football.
No, because that's not how it goes. The bigger the institution, the more money you got, the better the facilities. And if you haven't seen, once you get on the fish and you get on a school of fish, you stay on the school. Alabama's getting the cream of the crop. Georgia's getting the cream of the crop. They get to go fishing in 4- and 5-star fishing holes. And only how you do that is you build your team and you start winning games, and you get those 4 and 5 stars that want to come to your institution. Because it's going to be tough to compete with these guys as long as you have not built a team that can stay consistent and win 9 games, at least minimum. 9 games, minimum. Don't do it for 1 year and then next year you fall off. That means you weren't consistent. That means you didn't develop.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather talk about this next segment. So. We'll keep going because we're gonna get deep into some real stuff.
What? Give me a heads up before you throw me into the ocean.
So we're gonna talk about the University of Georgia next, and we're gonna go about the allegations they got right now. They're looking like the Miami, the bad boys of football back then.
They're gonna break up that whole network. They're cheating.
No. 16-year-old recruit broke curfew, drank with potential teammates in Athens bar, and ended up in the police station under investigation for sexual assault. So it's not looking good for Georgia in the last 6 months. You know, so we'll elaborate on that a little bit on the ticket, 93.7.
Beat the heat and make 4th of July truly monumental at Generation V.
Generation V.
This weekend only, Generation V has incredible deals that'll blow you away. Stock up on select disposables as low as $10 and enjoy 25% off all pet products.
Generation V.
July 1st through 4th, experience monumental savings up to 33% off mods, e-liquid, Delta 8, and more. Generation V with 16 Nebraska locations and a new location at 27th and Superior. GenerationV.com. Vapes contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
It's time to get the grill out for 4th of July celebrations. Make sure to load up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through July 5th are $2 off all steakhouse burgers and hot dogs. Plus, big news, they have 2 new locations opening soon at 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha, with soft openings in mid-July. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big couple discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at couplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the Ticket 93.7 on the Black Shirt Terrell Farley. I'm with Bach and the Captain. We are powered by.
I said Bauer.
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Brad.
Excavating.
There you guys go. You guys are getting good at it. All right. So when we was at the last segment, a lot of things happen when schools win national titles. You know, it's a lot of stuff that comes with it that people as fans don't know, that you're being watched extra, especially when you win 2 back-to-back, like Nebraska, like Georgia's, like, you know, the Alabamas, the Clemson. So, you know, it's a lot of things that goes on. And like USC with Reggie Bush, and, you know, I'm going to start it off like the Reggie Bush story and the Lawrence Phillips things that happened at Nebraska, the Jameis Winston things, the things with Cam Newton that people come with after you win. Now, this situation with Georgia is kind of real hard because, you know, it involves women, you know, and it involves underage drinking with children. So a 16-year-old recruit that was on a visit snuck out and broke curfew, went to the bar, ended up getting in trouble with sexual, what they call it, sexual assault things. He ended up not getting charged, but he did sign with the school. Now, the University of Georgia has had 11 complaints in the 7 years that Kirby Smart has been there with sexual assault going on at the University of Georgia. Now, you know, we as men, we don't condone this type of things, but, you know, and Kirby should know that as the more you win, the more they put you under a microscope even more. Now, with that being said, Rashawn, does this, you know, it gets to a point where the university has to make a decision, you know, and I know Kirby's probably not going to get fired, but do you warn him or you warn the players? You know, as a coach, this is his program. You know, you don't want to be known for stuff like that. Now you're on the level as, you know, University of Georgia's having allegations like Baylor did back in the day. So it really going to put a stain on their reputation.
Well, DQ. Well, let me throw this out there. Golly, Georgia. First of all, the kid was 16, so he was unsupervised. That's on Georgia.
Yeah.
If he was there by himself, that's on Georgia. He's 16 years old. You're supposed to know by 10 o'clock where he's at. A 16-year-old that don't have no business hanging out with 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Especially 21 and up. They're doing 2 different things. But some just came across the wire where it says, it's talking about George Pickens. Does that name sound familiar?
Yeah, wide receiver for Georgia a couple years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, with the Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Well, his name has come back up in the 2021 sexual assault by Anderson in October of that year. You see that?
Yep.
Okay, so basically he's being implicated in this whole deal, right? wait a minute. Adam Henderson, who was that? What did he do? He had a warrant put out on him on sexual assault and had to turn himself in.
Yeah.
So all I'm just simply saying is, it seems to me when you start getting multiple accounts of this type of behavior, that might be an institutional thing that you have to get eradicated from your institution. Because it's not good.
Well, it's not just that.
And listen, we had different allegations too in our day, right? We had our allegations, and I think any championship team is because they're under the microscope. But when you're talking a 16-year-old, that means you might be breeding the culture of it. You're breeding this. No, 100% of the 16-year-old so-called snuck out. Did he sneak out and drive himself? How did he get there?
Yeah.
Once he got there and other players saw him there, nobody said anything?
Yeah, I would have said, hey, man, you 16. Let's go. You got to get this guy back in the room, man. You know.
Yeah, it's weird for 21-year-olds to want to bring him to a bar.
And
they want to impress them. I get it, right?
Yeah.
They want to impress them. Coaches put these guys with them because they want to impress them. They want to wow them. You know, hey, got some chicks over here, whatever. However they try to wow, right? But that in itself at 16 is wrong on so many levels.
Now,
you get him, huh?
Could he be on a visit? I graduated at 17, but 16, I'm trying to see. I don't understand.
Yeah, they can get 15. If they're in high school, they can go on an official visit.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, too, he's 6'5", 350 now. So you could understand how big he was at 16. I'm not saying it makes it any more right, but I'm saying maybe the bar.
Yeah,
check him or something.
Well, players can get him in. They just, because we all done
He's
it.
with us.
Yeah, he with us. Keep walking. Just keep walking.
Yeah, they got him in. You know they got him in.
It happens.
And then the first time he might have because we wound up in jail, right?
Yeah, he wound up getting accused of sexual assault, but still signed with the school though.
Well, I mean, I'm quite sure they got to protect their asset, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, then you think he was going to go sign with somebody else and have that type of situation and not be covered by the institution that allowed it to happen? Let that happen in Nebraska. Could you imagine that? A kid getting accused of sexual assault. Oh, wait a minute. It did happen in Nebraska. You remember, Bob?
Well,
do you?
Well,
for the record.
No. Hold up. Do you remember when our student athlete football players got accused of sexual assault?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened a few times.
Chevin.
Okay, no. I'm talking about the two guys though.
Westerkamp and Tommy.
That was like 2 years ago. That was like 3 years ago.
Oh, you're talking about
the two guys who went to court for it, and them guys
they got off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what happened to their careers when that happened?
Get put on pause until you get this situation.
Oh, what you mean?
Well,
they got fired from Nebraska for that. There wasn't no put on pause.
Well,
nope, you guys are done.
Yeah.
So they got arrested, they got arraigned, they got all of this stuff, and then the charges went away.
Yeah.
Their problems didn't go away though. Because they had already got suspended. You're done. It's over with.
Yeah.
For the mere allegation. The mere allegation. Their careers was over at Nebraska.
Yeah.
What's the difference in Georgia? Now you telling me that they signed the kid?
Yeah.
And
So then
check
how
this out.
much deeper is it, and who else was involved?
It gets deep. I mean, well, it doesn't get deeper, but Georgia has had 82 separate legal matters involving players between 2016 and 2023.
Now that's a heck of
And
a
records show a cozy relationship with the local authorities. If you win, we love you. But if you lose, I'm gonna lock your
We
butt up.
arrest you.
If you lose, you're going to jail. Well, it's not.
Shout out to Big Slim, man. Hey, shout out to Big Slim. I got to tell this story. Maybe should I wait till next segment? Nah, I ain't even gonna tell it. Go ahead, forget it. Shout out to you, Big Slim. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, and Georgia's also had more than just the one street. I mean, you remember the street racing incident that killed Devin Willock, and Jalen Carter was racing him. Two Georgia teammates. They also lost a recruiter in that. They've had multiple issues with that as well. So, it is, and it's kind of been lingering there at the University of Georgia for a few years, and they're winning on the football field, and everybody kind of just raises them up, but they've had off the field problems for quite a bit there. And so, you've got to find that at some point something's got to happen. I don't know if it's, how much further it goes until you say lack of institutional control or whatever, but they're turning into kind of the bad guys, the bad football program.
It happens to the best of them. I mean, they try. I mean, because it's like they love you in the daytime, but they hate you at night. So the thing is, he got to take control of his university, of his football team. I mean, things like this is going to happen because you can hide it, you can sweep some of it up under the carpet, but some of it you can't. But the more you win is the more they're going to put you under that microscope, and they're going to dissect you as little as they can to find anything that happens. That comes with the territorial winning 2 national titles back to back. Now, if it keep happening, something has to be done. Maybe players get suspended, maybe coaches get reprimanded or suspended, but this just can't keep happening in college football, and someone plays the blind eye to it.
Well, look at this though. Jalen Carter, did he get drafted?
Yeah, number 9
overall.
Yep.
Well, why am I bringing up Jalen Carter? What did he do?
Well, he was involved in the street racing incident with them, and when the staffer and the other guy had died.
So think about this one. This guy's racing, right? Racing in a car with staff members and teammates in the car doing hundreds of miles an hour, switching lanes, driving in opposite sides of the lane, overtaking motorists. Think about that. When they crashed, it was going 104 miles an hour. The LaCroix's blood alcohol was 1.197, more than double of the legal limit. Come on, man. Come on. But that person's still getting. I bet you couldn't do that in Nebraska.
Oh no.
I bet you couldn't. I bet you couldn't be in racing down the street and a teammate and a staffer lose their life, and you have a career here. Are you crazy? How? You just took a life. Not 1, 2.
Well, he didn't directly. He was racing with them.
But listen to me. First of all, if he was racing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's in, what kind of vehicle was he in? A Trailhawk. You know what a Trailhawk is? You know what a Jeep Trailhawk is? You ever heard of one of those? Terrell? Ask the text line. I bet they know what a Trailhawk is.
Well,
what a Jeep Trailhawk is.
That right there, but I can't put a player blame because the staffer knows better than to do that anyway. This goes on both sides. This is why they should have players like Rashawn that helps on recruiting nights instead of the little young staffers that that does things like this. They should have older people with much, not saying much knowledge, but that it's just different because now you got a staffer who was killed and involved in this, and that goes bad. Like, now you got to look into who you're hiring now. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Well, the recruiting analyst was one of the staffers that was driving the other vehicle.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
But as a female, though, you don't expect that out of people like that. So now you gotta watch really who you hire, and now you probably got to do background checks and see, stuff like that. Do you drink? Do you do that? It's a lot of going on in this story, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's a lot. When people are losing their life.
Yeah.
But this goes to show you though. What's more important, these people that lost their life in this situation, not that he was driving that particular vehicle, right? But they were all reckless driving. But the fact that you was a part of that.
Oh, it's a Jeep with a Hellcat engine in it, huh? Motor.
Thank you, text line. Tell these babies in the car world what a Trailhawk is, sir. And she was driving in an Expedition, trying to keep up with the Trailhawk. Think about that. An Expedition trying to keep up with an Hellcat Trailhawk. It's impossible. So I know what happened. That Trailhawk has all types of upgraded suspension, shocks, roll bars, all types of stuff on it. For it to be able to drive that way. That Expedition didn't. But this is the problem with giving young men all the money that you're giving them. The first thing they want to do is run out and buy a Charger, Challenger, fast car that they can't even pay the insurance on. Oh, my bad. Yeah, they can. They're getting $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 a month. They can pay the insurance. They can pay $1,000 a month insurance. But we congratulated that behavior by selecting him number 9 overall. Right?
Yep.
I don't know about. Can't blame him though. You got to blame the staffer. Staffer got to know better than the athlete. Because they're in the position they're hired by the university. This guy played for the university, so
why'd they charge him?
That's well because they just charged him with reckless driving.
Yeah, he got reckless driving charge.
Well, yeah, because that meant that he was complicit in the race or in the driving reckless, whatever they were doing. That obviously he was probably the lead vehicle, and she was in the chase vehicle, and they're following each other. And I'm not taking anything away from women drivers, Nyla. I'm not, okay. But how many female drivers? Name 3 female NASCAR drivers. I know who you're gonna give me for one.
Yeah, that's the only one I got.
Mm-hmm. So my point of this whole shebang and charade is they're driving down the road at that speed, and people lose their life behind it. Do we reward it? Because did he get suspended last year for games and stuff?
No, that happened after the national title game. I'm not blaming just the staffer. You blame both of them, but it's a lot in this case because nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows how it happened. They just know they was racing. So it's. I mean, do you punish him for that? I don't know.
Yeah, you punish him for driving 100 miles an hour down the road.
That's
in and out of traffic.
Reckless driving. He got punished for it. I mean, you can't make him the suspect in that because they all was wrong.
No, you're right.
All right.
You're right.
When we come back, we'll talk about the new quarterback recruit, Dalen What's his name? Daniel Kaelin.
Kaelin, yeah.
He's a 4-star now.
That's right, he is.
So does that help Nebraska in the rankings? Or do they
What
stay
did I tell y'all? We're gonna find a way to be in the top 10. Trust me. When this thing is all said and done, we're gonna be in the top 10.
All right, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, VJ. We're gonna be number 10 pretty soon. The ticket.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here.
I feel better already. The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hello, Talking Deer here. I want to take this time to thank the Nebraska Lottery. Since 1993, Nebraska Lottery proceeds, over $900 million, have gone to its beneficiaries, including the environment. And since I'm out here in the field every day, I see it firsthand, or first hoof, I guess.
Who are you talking to, dear?
Oh, I was just thanking the Nebraska Lottery and all the people who play for supporting the Nebraska environment.
That's nice, dear.
The Nebraska Lottery. 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th in Yankee Hill. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. touching lives, securing futures.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered thunderstorms will be a possibility this morning, and a few of those storms could become severe. We'll reach up to a high this afternoon around 92, northeast winds at 10 to 15. Scattered thunderstorms, again, a possibility overnight with a low down to around 67. Still fairly warm tomorrow, and that continued chance of showers and storms with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back. Now, the captain, hold on, I got to say something for a minute. Now, Pecan Pie says, Black Shirt, you are wrong. The player is old enough to know right from wrong. He was in the wrong and he got off with barely a slap on the wrist. I'm going to tell you who was wrong in this situation. The staffer was wrong because she was intoxicated when she hopped in that car with them other kids in there. And so you should know who you hire when you have a person that's on a staff driving with kids and has alcohol in their system. So who's wrong in this? Both parts are wrong. You just can't blame it on the kid. He was wrong, and he lost $16 million because of the 9 spots he slipped.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people to blame.
Yeah, because
you got to blame the institution because they hired the staff.
You blame Kirby Smart.
Yeah, you hired the staffer that thought it was smart to be drag racing with a trail hawk.
Yeah, you
in an
shouldn't put,
expedition.
and you don't put other people in that situation because you don't. Now we see what happened when you do things like that. But as a whole, you blame the whole university. You blame the football team. You blame the coaches. You blame the staffer. You blame the players. You just blame the whole athletic department in that instance right there.
Yeah, well, because I mean, if it's a staffer, they work for Georgia.
Yeah.
And you got a staffer that's drunk that's out with players. Think about that. You have a staffer that's not smart enough to say, we ain't about to do this.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna slow these cars down. We're gonna go home. Well, first of all, the staffer was impaired. So now you have another problem. You got staff drinking with the student athletes. Do we think that that's a smart thing to do?
At a national title celebration.
I mean, if you are going to do it, you probably, because there are going to be guys that are going to be drinking that's old enough to drink. But nobody should be driving in the day of Uber, Lyft, Jitneys. By the way, Bob, you know what a Jitney is? Okay, cool. I'll let you look it up.
You've asked me before, actually. We did go through this, and I still don't remember what it is now.
Trust me, I know. I just wanted to ask you again to reiterate to see if you ever looked it up, and you didn't. You didn't, Whipple.
No,
Didn't do it, Whip.
Mm-mm.
Come on. So I mean, I think this is an institutional thing. I think somebody's got to get it under wraps, and they do need to hire people that's been through things, that's played college football at a high level, that can probably tell these guys a thing or two about life, about making mistakes, about don't make the same mistakes that we made in our life. And you got such a big life ahead of you that now, and then you're under the microscope. Everybody's looking at Nebraska football players, Georgia football players. If you're a college football player, they're looking at you. They're looking at you. You're under the microscope. 200,000 people tuned in to see or that viewed Caleb Pyfrom saying, hey, I'm about to announce. So that means people are watching these athletes at a greater level than they watch the everyday average Joe guy that's walking around in high school, not playing any sports or going to college as just the student. So they have to prepare for that. Somebody has to tell them, you got to prepare for that. Even though you are young, wild, and dangerous, the last thing you want to do is be driving 100 miles an hour in a vehicle. Now, as a youngster, have I done it? Absolutely. Was it right? Absolutely not. And I would tell anybody, any young man, it's not what you can do to yourself that you have to think about first when you're driving a vehicle. It's what you can do to somebody else. If that Trailhawk had hit a car going 100 miles an hour, do you know what the outcome of that would be? So it's oversight all over the place at Georgia. And I think the NCAA should do something to get that under control before another incident happens. And then we'd be like, oh, well, and then he goes first round and then he gets charged. And no, come on. Stop turning a blind eye. When we make mistakes in the real world, they don't turn a blind eye to it. So why do we do it in sports? Great question, huh?
Yeah, I mean the NCAA has always it's been hard to get an idea of like selective punishments, and like they're just, a lot of times just feels like they're throwing a dart at a dartboard to see what who they're going to go after, how much that punishment's going to be. So and who knows how much control they have at this point. The NCAA it felt like it's been more in charge in past periods, obviously.
Well.
But in better news, Daniel Kalen did get a 4-star from 24/7,
yeah.
Which is good news from the elite. His elite 11 performance will be the first Husker and in Nebraska high school quarterback to be in the elite, and not just in the elite 8, but of the final elite 8. So already did that. Now 24/7 updated the rankings, moving him up to a 4-star. That'll help Nebraska's recruiting rankings, obviously. And it doesn't necessarily change him or who he is as a prospect. It's just maybe changes the way we rank and view him. But, for him particularly, and I know he kind of commented on Twitter, is, he does take pride in that. And players should. I mean, he's worked hard from where he's been seen as a 3-star to move up to get that 4-star. That's a big deal.
Oh, yeah, it is. As a player, you always like to be recognized by your work. It's just, it comes with the game, especially if you work hard for it. Being named the Big 8 newcomer of the year on defense was a big. It wasn't a goal of mine. It's just something that happened, and I was happy to do it. But more winning a national title was better. Making all Big 8 first team and All American second team. That's great. But winning that title is special, and celebrating with my guys and trying to win another one is even better, though. So that's all the compliments. That's preseason hype, but when it's time to play and get on the field, we don't think about none of that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I like the most about this Kalen deal and these kids signing early is now they can focus on their season and they can focus on getting better, knowing that, hey, I'm going to Nebraska. So I want the best version of me to be going to Nebraska. His focus is different now. He can focus on just football. He can focus on going to the elite quarterback deals. He don't have to focus on, dang, why in the hell am I going to Missouri? Why am I going to Missouri instead of going to the team that I dreamed about going to all my life? Why am I going to Missouri? Well, now he can go to his dream school, and now all he can do is the sky is the limit on what Kalen can become, because he understands now the task at hand. He understands now that he has to work to be the guy, and what he does now is going to affect him being the guy when he walks into Nebraska the first day that he has to report. He wants to try to go and be the man. I love that type of confidence. And listen, he puts the action behind the word confident. All you got to do is look at him in this competition at this quarterback deal. This elite. This is supposed to be the best of the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the best of the best who was going to Missouri, who had committed to Missouri, He committed to Missouri. He said, I pledge to come to you guys. And decommitted and went to his dream school. That guy, that's the guy who is continuing to excel as a player and a person, who has distributed, he's shown you skills in recruiting. Have you guys seen that? Terrell, who was the best recruiters at Nebraska when we played?
I don't know. I had Turner Gill, so.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It went right. It went past you on this one. So let me just say this one more time.
Probably.
When I say who was the best recruiters, I mean of everybody that got a chance to touch a recruit, that got a chance to hang out with a recruit, that was a part of the Nebraska staff, players, whatever, athletic department. Who was the best recruiters?
Probably Kevin Steele, Coach McBride.
Let me ask Bach. Bach doesn't even play football, but he might be able to answer the question. Hold on a minute,
Okay.
Terrell.
All right.
Bach, of all the people that touched the recruit, who do you think the best recruiters was, from the janitors all the way up to the head coach or the athletic director?
Well, I think you're looking for peer recruiting, the players.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, black shirt. Starting to show your age.
I already had it committed by the time. I didn't need you guys to let me. I already
That's
committed.
a lie. That's a lie.
I committed over the phone.
Yeah, you might have, but when you got here, you felt even better about your commitment.
I just wanted to play football.
See, you just always trying to shortchange us.
Didn't care about Rashawn Jackson running
Give us
around
our
with
flowers. Give us our flowers. You're a
didn't care
part of
about-
those flowers.
Didn't care about Rashawn Jackson running around with his shirt off, looking buff and.
I don't remember that. I don't recall that.
In the summer.
I don't recall me running around with my shirt off.
You was buff.
I don't think I could do it now. It ain't the same.
Well, don't do it.
You don't think I could look good at the pool?
I'm not going swimming with you, so.
Yeah, you would go swimming with me, but you don't think we could take our shirt off and still look pretty decent at the pool?
I can't swim.
You from Georgia and you can't swim?
Yeah, I can swim. Hello? You there?
Yeah, I figured I wouldn't say anything and let you guys close the show because you're all over the place today.
All right. So the ticket, 93.7. The Captain Show was over. The fastest 2 hours in radio. I'm with Bach and the Captain, and we are powered
by
Bauer.
Have a nice day.
It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner for just $5 and get your first drink on the house. Come on Sundays for open house league all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 adults. Happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered thunder possibility in a few. We'll reach up to a high around 92, northeast winds at 10 to 15. Scattered thunderstorms, again, a possibility overnight with a low down to around 67. Still fairly warm tomorrow, and that continued chance of showers and storms with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of and more. It's fast-paced and leading technologies. Career and intern. Sandhills.jobs.